Masih kosong.
Dan dia nggak masuk, gambar itu nggak masuk ini. Gimana cara dia konekin ke situ? Apa di sini kali ya? Oh.
Di bawah kali kan dia ini dulu lihat dulu. Oh iya ya, apa ya?
Oh, di YouTube-nya cuma hitam gini pasti. Saya udah jalan dong, tapi hitam doang. Gimana cara telepon? Hah? Source.
Iya tuh kok.
Ini. Apa?
Cuma ada display capture, ada game capture. Kalau display capture di desktop.
Di Mobile Legends kalau di banknya harusnya gitu. Dia pakai bukan dia manfaatin kredit itu manfaatin gua
Ini adalah
tapi gambarnya baru keluar hitam.
Tanya ini kan langsung
iya
lucu bukan nama channelnya. Iya lupa.
tapi bukan
kalau ini game baru.
Kamera Pemula.
Ya,
Suaranya tapi udah masuk. Bukan buat live streaming. Bentar live streaming di rumah gua. Apalah?
Ya office kemarin.
Office? Di flash disk ya guys? Oh, guys.
Ada nggak ya? Aku mau bawa plastik.
Ada di sebelah lagi. Di belakang ada yang masih yang.
Aku mau bawa plastik.
oh ada dulu.
Flash yang ini mana yang hitam? Yang kita ada flash disk nggak? Yang besi. Oh ya, kopi juga.
Oh ada. Apa ketinggalan di mana? Apa
Bukan di sini. Di sini, Greg. Office.
bukan?
Office di sini kan lu kemarin error. Minta office.
Kok kecil banget ya?
OBS beginner's guide dulu sih. Ini gimana caranya dia mute dulu sih.
You can see the task owner, what the deadline is, change the status, and it's all in one place. Inside each task you can make comments, attach files, tag people. It's brilliant. It's completely transformed the way that we work. Honestly, I don't know what we would do without it.
Semuanya tunggu.
Recently in the free software series, I showed you OBS Studio. which is a free and open source screen recorder for Windows, Mac, and Linux. In the comments of that video, many of you asked for me to do a tutorial. In this beginner's guide, I will show you how to set up and use OBS Studio. Coming up next on Tech Gumbo. To get OBS Studio onto your computer, go to their website, which is obsproject.com. There'll be a link in the description of what OBS installed. Click the plus sign. We will have several choices. I'll go over the two that are used most often. If you plan to record your screen with the files saved to your computer, so you can edit them later on, select Display Capture.
Enggak,
Our
minor kualifikasi lagi.
This one is automatically named Display Capture 2. You can rename it. Make sure that make source is checked. Then select OK.
Lah, yang major ini dia nggak lolos. Nanti buat ke minor dia harus kualifikasi lagi. Kalau nanti kualifikasi minor, dia lolos major.
Nah, ini kan epicenter-nya ada kebijakan dari minor lolos dua.
Oh iya, tapi dia kan harus kualifikasi ulang lagi kan, nggak berhubungan.
Make sure that capture cursor is checked. When done, select OK. Let's go back to the sources box and select the plus sign again. Here you can change the display. If you currently want, make sure that default is selected. Then hit OK. Just below desktop audio, there's a separate listing for microphone. Select the settings icon, then properties. Here you can choose the microphone that you want to use. Once you have it selected, select OK. Let's take a quick look at scene transitions. If you're not using scenes, there's no need to worry about this one. And to the right of the scene transitions is controls. For doing a live stream, you would select Start Streaming. Try out Studio Mode. I'll point out a few of the key settings. First, we'll take a look at the automatically record. Streaming services is the most common stream type. You can choose from different services, including Twitch, YouTube, and many others. For server, you can leave it on auto or manually change it to a location you're using. Streams. If you are recording, set the recording path where you want your files to be saved. You'll see a warning. In video, options will vary. Values will also depend on your hardware. F12 to start and escape to stop. And for the last settings category, which is advanced, for most of you, the default settings should work just fine. I've never changed them, and so far it's useful for you. If you are new to this channel, make sure to click the subscribe button and bell notification icon so you don't miss
What is up, guys? My name is Pemula. So as I'm now in OBS Studio, I've got this flexible scene of multiple different sources, the kind of thing that we're going to be creating today. So as you can see in the scene, we've got webcam, we've got our game, we've got the overlay, and we've got some text, which are the 4 different sources that we're going to be covering in this video. So it's worth quickly mentioning what the difference between a source and a scene is. Because if you're new to OBS, you might not quite understand the terminology. If you look down in the bottom left, you can see that we can have multiple different scenes in our OBS window. A scene is basically a collection of sources, so you could have different scenes for different games. If you're a variety streamer, then you would have maybe one which just has your webcam and chat on, but if you're in between queues in a competitive game, effectively a scene is a collection of sources that appear on screen together. So a source is effectively something that appears on screen within one of your scenes. So something like your video game, that would be a source, the webcam would be a source, your overlay and some chat or text, that could also be a source. So a source is something that appears on screen, and a scene is a collection of sources. So the first thing we're going to be covering in this video is how you add your video game to OBS. The first thing that you need to make sure that you have is your video game running. When you're in your video game, it's worth just quickly looking at your game settings. So if you go into your video options from the video game, you can see what you have selected for display mode. Typically, if you have it set to full screen, that should give you the best frame rates in-game, but it can give you some heavy delays when alt-tabbing, which is probably something that you're going to have to do a fair amount, especially if you only have a single monitor and you're going to want to be reading to this chat. If you are going to be alt-tabbing a lot, you don't have a second monitor you can quickly refer to, then you're probably going to want to set the game to run in a borderless window. This basically makes the game seem like it's running full screen, but it's actually running in a window, so you can alt-tab much quicker. But it will be at the expense of some FPS loss. So now you've got your game running and you have your display mode set how you want it. You want to go back to OBS, and there's a few different methods that you can use to capture your game. Some methods work better than others, and it completely depends on the game. Since every game is coded differently by different companies, they may require slightly different setups in OBS. There's absolutely loads of information on the OBS forums, which I've linked in the description below. So if you're having issues with a specific game, make sure you go to the OBS forums and see if anyone else has had a similar issue. Now there are 3 different methods that I would recommend for capturing your game. I would start with game capture, and if that doesn't work, go to window capture, and if that doesn't work, finally go to display capture. I'm going to cover all 3 of them quickly now. So if we start with game capture, if you go down to the menu and click the plus icon, or you can right click and choose add, and we want to select game source. Here you can enter the name of the application if you want to. I would just recommend entering the name of the game that you're going to be capturing. Now the default mode that should pop up should say capture any full screen application. I've had some trouble with this. It doesn't seem to always be able to find my game running. So sometimes you'll have to change this mode to capture a specific window and then select the right window in the drop down below. And you can leave the window match priority on executable name. Multi-adapter settings, this is an option if you're using multiple graphics cards, so something like Crossfire or SLI technology, then you want to be enabling this option just to get the full performance benefits of having multiple graphics cards. The force scaling option is useful for downscaling resolution, so if you need to do that, you can enter your custom resolution here. You can leave allow transparency unchecked because not many games need transparency, but if you do require this option, then this is where you can enable it. Now the limit capture frame rate option is if you are capturing a game at a very high frame rate. So let's say you're playing something like CSGO or Overwatch and you want to keep a high frame rate in game, something like 144 FPS because you have a high monitor refresh rate. If you enable this option, it will let OBS capture at a lower frame rate, say 30 or 60 FPS, because that's what you're actually streaming at. It can be useful to test this option if you're having some sort of FPS issues. I actually leave it unchecked because I've got quite a big computer, but I have used it in the past when I've had a worse system. The capture cursor option does exactly as it says, allows you to be able to capture your mouse. Now there's a lot of debate around the use anti-cheat compatibility hook option. This basically just may need to be enabled for OBS to work with some games. So if you're having trouble capturing a game, maybe you're just getting a black screen even though you've selected the exact game that you want to capture, you may just be worth enabling this option to make sure that it's not the anti-cheat that is stopping you from being able to capture the game in OBS. If you want to be able to capture your overlays like Steam Overlay, then you can enable capture third-party overlays, but I don't really know why you'd want to do that. Hopefully by now you should have a preview of your game and you can hit OK and you can see the game in your stream. As I mentioned before, game capture is the method I would mostly recommend because if it does work for you, then it should give you the best performance of capture both in-game and in OBS. If, however, you've been unsuccessful in getting your game to show in OBS using game capture and you've tried using the capture-specific window and enabling the anti-cheat hook and it still hasn't helped at all, I would recommend then going to window capture. Adding a window capture is pretty much the exact same as a game capture. Click the plus icon and choose window capture, and then the settings are pretty self-explanatory. If you're still having issues capturing the game using window capture, then the last option I would try is display capture, where you actually choose one of your monitors to constantly capture. Obviously the downside of this is that it captures everything within the monitor. So if you alt-tab to a window behind the game like Spotify or your chat, then the stream will also show that, which it wouldn't for game capture or window capture. Hopefully, using one of those 3 capture methods, you now have your game stream, so you can finally just move it around and size it to make sure it fills the whole window. The next thing we're going to be adding is an overlay. Now, overlays really give you the opportunity to make your stream stand out from every other stream on Twitch. You can use some personal branding, some colour schemes that you've kept consistent throughout your Twitch streams and YouTube channel. You can also promote your social media through images on your stream through overlays. Now, I'm not going to go through where you should get your overlays from. There are absolutely loads of websites offering both free and premium stream overlays. So if you just Google search for stream overlays or something similar, you'll get absolutely loads of options. However, if you are good with Photoshop, I would recommend
Nah, udah ada nih.
stream overlay. That way you can
Hah? Oke.
if there's enough of a demand
Oh,
for
come
this,
here,
I'll create a
hello.
video on how you can do your own overlays. So let me know down
Itu kan dipindahin.
to add an overlay, we're going to go to add image. I would recommend here name
Tapi ngeganggu banget, banyak banget ya.
You don't want to accidentally disable this if you're constant on your game.
Hah?
Next, you want to
Di mana?
browse
Sini.
for the image on your hard drive. You want to use as an overlay, and there is an option for unloading the image when it's not in use. But I'd recommend leaving this disabled. Now you should see your image on screen with a red box around it. You can resize this just like you would in Photoshop by dragging the bottom corners. You can
No,
also move it
tambah
around
tambahin
by
nih.
holding the mouse button and dragging it around. So this is my webcam overlay. I'm going to be moving this up and top left corner and sizing it appropriately. Also, drop the sides to place in position to the top left. I do here. You can see I'm holding down so that I can move it closer to
Oh, ini udah bisa nih.
you
Set.
right click on the image, you can go down to transform and you can do some transformations such as flipping it horizontally
Oh,
or
man.
vertically or rotating it. It's also worth mentioning here that the sources when you go down here, you need to make sure you have things layered on top of each other as you want to see them on the screen. So if you see that I put my overlay below my game, it no longer appears on the screen. Below the game window. So I move it back above and see it on the game window. But I'm pretty happy with that for now until we add our webcam. But next we're going to be looking at adding text into our screen. So as I'm sure you've guessed by now, you go down to the plus icon again and add text GDI plus.
Per kategori.
Name it something so that you don't forget what it is. And here you can now select your font, font style, font size and any effects. I really have to stress something.
Kayaknya Ces, bukan Ces gue doang yang hilang ya?
Yang bisa itu kemarin cuma iOS
Ini bisa.
LOL
Yang
sama
nggak bisa apa? Dota.
You shouldn't be dragging the corner of the text and scaling it to make it bigger. Because
Ini Mobile Legends, ya. Ini dia sering.
So to get back to font size, just right click on the text layer, click on properties, and you'll be back and you can then change the font size here. The read from file option allows OBS to take its text input from a separate text file. This is useful for things like now playing bars where you want to show the music's playing from a music player. But this is something that we're going to be covering in a separate specific guide. So make sure you check out the Gaming Careers YouTube channel for when that's released. So in this box you want to be typing in the text that you want to display. And you can select the colour of the text as well as the opacity. If you want to apply a gradient to the text colour, you can select the text background. And finally, here is where you can select the text alignment, and if you want to use some custom text extents. But the majority of users probably just as with your overlay image, you now drag your text around the screen and position it exactly where you want it to be positioned. Just make sure again that it is in the right layer. It should be above your overlay if you want the text to appear above it. Now, although I've just created that text for my webcam overlay, I actually have already created something in Photoshop which also has the YouTube logo. So I'm going to add it back as an image, and I'd recommend doing the same. The text in OBS is decent and you have a lot of customization, but you don't have the same level that you would in Photoshop. And since you can set the stream up exactly as you want to, create something that looks appealing in Photoshop and then just import it as an image into OBS. So the final thing that we're going to be going through in this video is adding a webcam to your stream. So to add a webcam, you want to press the plus icon and then go to Video Capture Device. Select your webcam from the device list, make sure it's all plugged in via USB and all that kind of stuff. Here you can see I've added my webcam. So deactivate will disable the device, so disable the webcam in this case. Configure video, this opens up the device settings, so when you first installed your webcam to your computer, you will have probably installed some kind of software with Logitech. Some Logitech software enables you to make some changes to the settings of the webcam. Configure crossbar, this is really just an advanced option for people that are using capture cards, because this is also how you would set up a capture card through a video capture device, so you don't need to worry about that for a webcam. Resolution and FPS type, this just enables us to directly configure the device's resolution and FPS. If you want to play around with resolution or different FPS, then this is where you do that. Everything else really can just be left on its default. Most of them for people that are trying to configure their capture card and want some more advanced settings. Finally, we want to play around with the scale and the position and the cropping of the webcam to make sure it fits into our nice little overlay. Remember the trick that I told you about holding down Alt so you can crop the sides of the webcam. And finally, you want to make sure that you're positioning this below the overlay but above your game in the OBS.
Udah di YouTube udah nyambung. Ini kan YouTube.
Guys, so hopefully by now you have
Tinggal nyambung konekin ke gamenya itu loh.
overlay webcam and some text. We're going to be doing more advanced guides on adding sources like music videos, Twitch chat,
Belum masuk game.
videos coming on gaming tools.
Saya coba tanya udah. Ajan dia bisa. Apa?
Which method of capturing your game
Ini.
did you end up using and what game were you trying to
Iya
capture?
udah semua.
Game capture, window capture or display capture?
Hah?
If you can leave that down in the comments, it's going to be super helpful for people that stumble across this video and are looking to stream the same game as you are.
For scaling.
Read in the comments.
Yang resolution capture.
For me,
Itu OBS bukan?
OBS. Ini ada capture.
Tuh ini kalau full screen nih. Nah terus?
Udah oke dulu.
Udah tadi udah oke.
Udah. Itu bertindak itu start screening jika lampu sudah berwarna hijau. Berarti Anda berhasil.
Tapi gamenya nggak ada pilihan ya sih. Oh dia ada pilihan CSGO.
Iya ini di sini harus yang spesifik.
Hasil gambar.
Ini ada tuh emulator Android. Nggak jalan.
follower alerts, donation alerts, and subscriber alerts. And you'll use OBS your Twitch or your YouTube games. The website or service that we're going to be using today is called Streamlabs. It used to be called Twitch Alerts.
Jen.
Ah, iya.
Bang, kalau konekin nah ini aja nih. Nggak jadi bang. Konekin gamenya gimana?
Hah?
Konekin game. Pakai emulator tapi.
Udah masuk.
Ini ada abang-abang.
Oh ini Tencent ya?
Iya, nggak bisa ya dia. Harus pakai ini berarti. Bukan apa? Nox ya, harus pakai Nox ya.
Kalau lu lihat Tencent tuh nggak bisa lu besar-besarin.
The Streamlabs software can notify OBS in a way
Oh kecil ya berarti.
this new follower and then
Lu geser dikit aja itu udah tutup dia. Tencent sensitif.
Berarti pakainya Nox.
Nox pun lu nggak bisa gerakin ini. Kalau PUBG-nya nggak bisa gerakin apa kameranya nggak enak.
any way you really want to
Ntar aku suruh bocah aku kesini satu. Lagi mau ngurus sesuatu.
is that this video will be fairly long because I want to cover it in detail and really explain all the options to make the best decision for your stream. But I will have timestamps down in the description below, so if you want to skip ahead to a certain section,
Ngurus gamers ya pasti.
Iya.
Panas.
Jan, ke atas Jan. Lantai 4 ya.
Sampai 5.
Berapa? Depan berapa? Depan. Iya.
section, so please keep subscribing. But let's jump into the song.
Numpang ngapain di sini? Di bawah mana nggak ada? Nggak ada?
So the first thing you need to do is to head to
Bayar gue yang luar ya.
the website, which is
Kalau nggak ada, gimana lu? Nggak ada? Iya kalau nggak ada, nggak apa-apa. Gue jeko 3 hari ngomong. Enak ya. Ada yang apa gitu ini?
John, konekin OBS John, ke game John.
Apa lu konekin?
Oh ya, iya dia mau stream. Nih game capture-nya pertama ini keluar dulu.
some minor
Ini dia.